Sorority Row, a remake of the 1983 cult slasher The House on Sorority Row, opens with a deadly prank gone wrong. A group of sorority sisters from Theta Pi stage an elaborate scheme to punish one of their cheating boyfriends. The prank results in the accidental death of one of their own, Megan. Instead of reporting it, the girls decide to cover it up. Months later, during graduation season, the sorority is stalked by a hooded killer who seems to know what they did and is ready to make them pay. Briana Evigan portrays the lead Cassidy, the moral center of the film. She's the one voice of reason in a house full of guilty, selfish sorority sisters. Evigan plays Cassidy with a good balance of toughness and vulnerability, making her one of the more competent and likable final girls of post-2000 slasher cinema. Her performance stands out in an otherwise campy ensemble. The killer in Sorority Row wears a black hooded cloak and uses a modified tire iron as a weapon, symbolic of the original murder. The villain's identity is kept hidden until the final act, relying on a classic whodunit format. While the final reveal feels a bit forced, the killer's motivation ties neatly into themes of betrayal and revenge. Unfortunately, the antagonist lacks the psychological complexity or memorable aura of icons like Ghostface or Michael Myers. The movie blends traditional slasher tropes with early 2000s teen drama. It's a straightforward revenge story with a twist-laden third act. However, the middle section drags due to a repetitive kill pattern and too much screen time spent on unlikable characters. The pacing falters slightly, but it remains engaging enough for fans of the genre. There's also a satirical undercurrent aimed at Greek life and shallow college culture, though it never fully commits to the critique. The script veers into cliché territory, with stereotypical one-liners and catty back-and-forths. Some of the dialogue feels like it was written for a CW show. However, it also provides some darkly comedic moments, especially through characters like Chugs, portrayed by Margo Harshman, and Jessica, portrayed by Leah Pipes. While not particularly sharp or witty, the script understands the tone it's going for: campy, glossy horror with bite. There's a decent level of suspense, particularly in the first and final acts. The cinematography occasionally leans into atmospheric horror, but the movie often defaults to loud music stings and jump scares. It doesn't innovate, but it does deliver some effective set pieces, including scenes at parties and in the sorority house that play with space and lighting well. For seasoned horror fans, Sorority Row is relatively predictable. Red herrings are telegraphed, and genre-savvy viewers will likely guess the killer's identity early. Still, the movie tries to mask its cards with multiple suspects and throwaway plot diversions, which might work on casual audiences. The kills are a highlight. The weaponized tire iron is unique, and the deaths are creative, brutal, and blood-soaked. Some notable kills include a bottle shoved down a throat and a stabbing through a floorboard. The film doesn't shy away from gore but balances it with style rather than gratuitousness. Sorority Row is a glossy, fun, and occasionally clever slasher that doesn't reinvent the genre, but embraces it with self-awareness. With a strong lead performance from Briana Evigan and stylish kills, it delivers on what slasher fans expect and nothing more. It falters in originality and depth, but for a popcorn horror film, it's entertaining enough to warrant a watch. When comparing it to other movies in its genre, I would say it's decent but formulaic. It doesn't reach the heights of Scream or Halloween, but it's better than many 2000s slashers like Prom Night. In 2009, we saw more inventive horror such as Drag Me to Hell, The House of the Devil, and Paranormal Activity. Sorority Row lands squarely in the middle, more fun than The Unborn, but less memorable than Jennifer's Body. So what's our verdict? If you're in the mood for an early 2000s-style slasher with camp, gore, and a touch of guilty pleasure, Sorority Row delivers. Just don't expect anything groundbreaking. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to this channel.